So the water's coming down the driveway. There's the overspill here. And I've created this berm to flow the water. Through here. And it comes into the area where I want to complete a swale here, and then maybe a smaller terrace right there, and water this area where we're going to have a food forest eventually. Here you can see it from another angle. There's a culvert pipe under the driveway. There's a big gully ditch right here where I want to put a gabion wall, fill it with rocks, and have the silt back up so that this food forest area will be continued over to that part of the lawn. So this area is working pretty well as a swale, but in this area right here, I should really take down this cross tie wall and cut the hillside back and have that curve up so that this water will be more evenly distributed out to here. And I'd love for the overflow to be right there and come on around to that second area instead of jumping right here and pulling up. Let's see if we can get a better look. So again, I want the water to keep pushing back up and overflow over here and come on down so the water spends the most time in the landscape. But right now, mostly because this tree has caused compaction and it's the path of least resistance for the water to pull up right there, come on down, make another pull here, which I'm okay with this. I just want it to be coming from that direction. But I'm really happy with how the water's flowing down through the driveway and coming straight through and into this area. There's a persimmon tree and filling up all of this and getting a nice soaking. And from this lower section, I want to build this rock wall up, similar to this one here. So it'll be sort of terrace. And the water's overflowing right here, which I would love for it to come on down this way. Just continue that S path and curve on around and keep going that way into the ditch so that it can flow out and off of the property. As of right now, you can see it's overflowing across this pathway and there's some erosion taking place. And then it comes down here and it pulls up. And I'd like for this area to stay wet and just be a lowland area. It's going to be mostly outside, excuse me, outside of management. I want to have a thicker area of vegetation here to block the view of the house. And so I'll have a thick living wall of vegetation here and continue to prevent this erosion. So again, I want the water to travel this way and go down and come across and into this ditch so that this area can get planted. Here's a look at this from a different direction. I'm happy with this. I'll keep digging, keep planting in this area. And the rain hasn't been stopped for very long at all. And this walking pathway is dry, except for right over there where the water's spilling over and into this area. So I'd like for the water to still show up here to keep this relatively dry. I'll have a wet area here and then a terrace that stays hopefully relatively dry. So this whole area will be planted to raspberries and different brambles, and the water will overflow from the driveway into this and soak this swale food forest system, overflow here, come down and run out and into the ditch and off the property, maybe connecting with this, and then have the point here from the ditch lower than this point so that the water backs up into here, but once it's full it flows out and off the property. So that's the plan. The rains come really heavy here, really quick, and they cause a lot of erosion. So still trying to deal with that, trying to manage it. But I'm really happy with how everything's turning out.